Welcome back to the vlog and welcome here to Aibai, Papua New Guinea. My name is Ryan. Eric is here with me.
System test. Okay.
We're just doing a 13-minute flight back onto Goroka, so let's go ahead and get started. Eric just did a runway inspection today. So start, wait till I'm up over 14% before flipping my fuel on and then introducing my fuel. On a pretty decent sized slope today, about 11%, so my fuel can transfer from one wing to the other pretty quickly. The prop going, and then we'll head up to the top of the runway just so that I can not drain half of my fuel over there. My fuel in, we've got 450 pounds of fuel left over. Elevation's Aibai 120.1, Kodiak November Tango Kilo, taxiing Aibai, Goroka will be on climb about 7,000. Yeah, the Rural Airstrip Agency just did a runway inspection here. Every few years we like to do one just to make sure that its drainage is good, the airstrip's not deteriorating, all that good stuff. So if you guys want to see a video out here on the ground, the video I did right before this one, you can click on the link at the end or something and take a look at it. But it's been about an hour out on the ground, kind of walking around and whatnot. Put our brake on real quick and just sit it here in beta so it's not pulling me down the hill. Fuel caps and selectors are good. I'll definitely turn Betty off. She'll be screaming at me for takeoff on this one to pull up and terrain ahead. We're going back at about 7,000. We'll have to jump up a little bit over 7,000 to get over Mount Ilambari straight ahead of us. We're 5,200 pounds, so rotate's going to be 50, about 53 and 63, 62 if we have to come back in. Which we will not come back in today because the winds are whipping too high for now. Tops are set at 20. Up our trims. Moresby 65908, November Tango Kilo, taxi. November Tango Kilo, taxi Aibai, Goroka, 2 POV. I don't think they heard me. Affirmative. November Tango Kilo taxiing Aibai, Goroka, 2 POV. November Kilo. Ignition inlet and lights are done. Taxi is done. 27 degrees, so 25 at 6,000. 1320, so 1270. Ignition, condition, flaps 20. Fuel and harnesses. 1270, rotate at 53. And it looks like it's just going to pull me on down, so let's go. There's 45, there's over 50. Got a little bit of a tailwind today too. No, now it's saying I have a headwind. I wanted to fly by Mount Ilambari straight ahead, that jagged cliff, and I guess there's like a cave on part of it, so one of the other pilots was telling me about it, so I've never seen it. That's what I want to see today, so that's what I'm going to try to show you guys today. Over 95, we'll go 0 degrees, we'll bring our prop back to 2,000 RPM and also our IGT. We're just going to actually bring our torque on back to 1250 because I'm really already at 7,000 feet nearly, so the altitude that I want. Flip our landing light off, engine inlet back to normal, igniters turned off, and we will go ahead and call up Moresby again. Moresby 65908, November Tango Kilo, departure. Moresby November Tango Kilo, departed Aibai. Time 4-4, tracking 060, below 7,000. Estimating Goroka, time 5-8.
Kilo, area QNH 1007. In the Coco, Goroka, 118.7.
1007, contact tower in the Coco, November Tango Kilo. Over the past week, there's been a cyclone down between PNG and Australia, so the winds have been absolutely whipping in PNG all week long. And in this kind of area, they just hit all of the hills, they swirl all around, so it's just turbulent all the time. I think on Tuesday, this Friday now, on Tuesday, it was like the roughest I think I've had it flying in a few years for like 5.5 hours of flight time. It was a long day, to say the least. Okay, so I think the cave, is down more towards that end. I'm not 100% sure. So we'll see how close we can get. It might just get too rough as we get closer just because the wind's going to hit this, and the winds are now saying they're from a tailwind where they were 9 knots of headwind just a minute ago. Now there's 6 knots of tailwind. So we'll see how rough it gets as we get a little bit closer. Wow, that is really, really beautiful. Really awesome. Oh, I don't see it yet. Maybe that's it, potentially. It looks like a cave to me. 6 knots of tailwind. That looks like a cave to me. That's pretty big. I know you can get down into it, so I won't get any closer just because yeah, that's got to be the cave. That's really cool. I have heard that you can climb down in it or something like that. That's pretty awesome. We'll go around the end of it rather than going up over top of it because I'd rather give myself a little bit more margin than going right over top of it and scraping the tops, especially with how bumpy it is. Or any downdrafts close to it. Goroka Tower, November Tango Kilo.
November Tango Kilo, Ryan again.
Good day, rolling. November Tango Kilo, 15 miles out, tracking for the Caw. Your circuit time, 5-4.
November Tango Kilo, runway 35 left, correction, runway 35 right, wind light in visible, KLH 1016, also good left base and putting in left base.
1016, track on port left base, 35 right, November Tango Kilo. It's Roland in the Goroka Tower. If you guys want to see a video where you can meet him, I have that on my Patreon page. Him as well as Raiden, but the third guy I have not met. I need to go up there and meet him sometime. So anyways, if you guys want some more of that kind of cool content,
thank you.
Check out that page. And if you guys want to even try the same flight, someone built Aibai for Microsoft Flight Sim, did an exceptional job. So yeah, I've got those on my page as well. And I know they're on some forums as well somewhere. But anyways, yeah. Put our landing light on. Pause is still turned off. We're going to come in probably at 70 knots. There's no point in coming in at 62 knots into Goroka. Our lights are on. Our inlet hasn't been done quite yet. We do need to go around, power up, 20 degrees of flaps, pitch for 73, maneuvers required, and reset ITT to 740. This gap that we're going through right here, the Caw, you'll see a road, there's a little school up right here and stuff. I've ridden my motorcycle up and through these mountains like umpteen times, so many times, but really amazing views up here. This is the Ungai people live up here, and just really friendly people, and never had any issues, and really awesome trails up here. But reducing my power, or 7,300 to get through here. Looks like they're actually doing some work down there on the road too with the excavator.
500.
It's good to see. My prop forward, that helps slow us down a little bit. 130, all right, 38, we'll do bypass. We'll also do 10 degrees of flaps. Lights and inlet done. I'm just keeping my right fuel off for a little bit longer. My fuel was imbalanced when I fueled this morning. Up and harness are complete. Turning final 5,600. 20 degrees of flaps for 120. Or fuel back on. Stroke tower, November Tango Kilo, 3 mile left base, 35 right.
November Tango Kilo, runway 35 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 35 right, November Tango Kilo. 80 knots on our base. I'm heading 90 right now, so I'm just going to pitch up a tiny bit, pull a little bit of power. That'll help me slow on down to 80 knots. We want to turn final 5,600. There's my 80 knots. One more 300 feet to go. There's 5640, full flaps. Checklist is complete. Turning final and slowing to 70 knots. We've got 1 out of tailwind. Some of you guys have asked, where do I get that information?